Hey guys, welcome back. In this section, we will look into how to build analysis using the data uploaded and the data model built. There are multiple analysis you can build within Celonis front end. Think of it like a Power BI with additional analysis build feature, specially made for exploring a process. So first, let's look into the different kind of analysis you can build. So I'll be talking about Process Explorer, uh, Variant Explorer, Case Explorer, conformance analysis, dashboards. Within the dashboard, there you can have process analysis components, charts and tables, machine learning components, single KPI components, selection components, design components, and finally, I'll show you within a hands-on demo to how to build all of this with the data model which we created in the previous section. So now moving on, the front end features. Okay, let's talk about the front end features within Celonis. So, as multiple member of your team, they will have access to the studio. So, understanding the way how the content is structured within this feature is important. So, to help you organize and manage the content, you create in studio. You have spaces. So, these are spaces. Within the space, there is package, and within the package, you can have asset. But probably with the you can organize all those assets in a folder too, and that's why I showed you folder here. So that this diagram shows the relationship between spaces, packages, and asset. Space is the top one. Below that, the parent space, there is a child of package, and you can have multiple packages as child. And within every packages, you can have multiple different assets. Yeah. So let's have a quick look on space. To start with, you have spaces. Spaces are overarching structural containers for your content within Studio. Just consider this like a project, yeah. So this allows you to organize and group your work as needed. So you can create and manage multiple spaces within a studio, with each space having a unique ID and set of permissions to control who can access it. So common use case for spaces include having separate spaces for each region per project and for individual members. So this slide is a example of regions based space. You can see, for the northern region, you have one space and you have multiple packages within that, likewise for each region. Yeah. So in addition to existing permission, at the package and asset level, permission can also be given at the individual space level. So if you give permission at this level, the users will have complete access to all the packages within that space and also all the assets, right? Okay, you can create multiple packages, you can edit the space, you can edit all packages, you can delete all the crud, that is create, read, edit, and update. All those can be done. Yeah. So now let's quickly look into the package. Within a space is the package. This would help you to further organize your content around common use cases or themes. So you can create and manage multiple packages within a space, with each package having a unique ID and set of permissions to control who can access it. So you can do access control at a package level also. Package typically contains the assets, settings, and functionality for your dashboard or app. So within the package, you can create multiple assets like analysis, like views, like knowledge models, action flows, etc. So common use case for packages to base them on business process or metric, such as purchase order creation, invoice payments and sales orders. So the slide is an example of using different packages per business process. So you can see here the space is accounting, within accounting, so okay, here we are creating the space, yeah. So you create a space called sales, and within that space, you can have multiple different business process like accounts receivable, account receivable collection, paid on time discovery. So these are different packages, and within the packages you can have multiple assets. Yeah. Now talking about asset, within a package you can create, edit, and publish a number of package assets by clicking new asset. You can create a new asset uh, by Okay, so before that, I want to quickly talk about the permissions. So if you want to edit the permission for spaces, you can click on this three button, click on permission, and you can see whichever user is here, you can give them different access, whether to use, whether to edit or delete, create or manage permission. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what I spoke about before, like, creating a separate package for each business process, like purchase order package, invoice package, sales order package, etc. So creating a package, you create package here within a space and give it a name. And within that also, if you click this three dots, you can give permission similar to a space, right? You can duplicate it also, you can delete it, you can rename it, you can copy to a different space, etc. Yeah. So now talking about assets. Yeah. So assets, you have these are the different assets that are available: view, analysis, skill, knowledge model, action flow, data explorer, etc. So now these are assets that you can create, okay, within a package. Okay, within a package. So you need to select a data model for that to create the asset. So this is an older version. So you can, when you're creating a new asset, it'll ask for the data model. But in the newer version, when you're creating the space itself, it'll ask for the data model, which you can choose. So here, if you're going to build anything, like, let's say analysis, it'll ask for the choose data model. You can choose the data model, whichever is relevant. Okay, so and you can like, create a variable for the data model if you want to, so that you can refer to that data model with a name. Then you can create an asset. Yeah. So let's say in the next screen, you can create an asset of analysis. You're creating a new analysis. You name that, and the chosen data model is here. If you want to change it, also you can change it here. Yeah. Then you click create. You can get into this section, okay, where you have different features, like, new dashboard sheet or process AI, process overview, process explorer, conformance, case explorer, etc. You can create. So what I've done here is, like, I've created a new sheet, which is pretty much a blank sheet. So within that blank sheet, you can create different components. You have process analysis component, you can machine learning components in the charts and tables, or single KPI component, which I already spoke in the previous slides. Right. Okay. So now moving on, let's create a simple OLAP table. This is more like a normal table in Excel, like, a Power BI you create. You click on that, a table will be open like this. You can see dimension and KPIs. So based on the data model selected, if you click on add, you would look into the different tables that are there and the fields that are there. Based on that, you can select the dimension. So here I've selected vendor as a dimension. Then you can create a KPI. So let's say I want to create uh, a count of PO for the vendor. How many POs have been created for the vendor? So you can click on PO and you can do a count distinct. It will count the distinct number of POs for each vendor. And that's what it does. Yeah, so I think so. Like what I said is here, count distinct of PO. This vendor has 246 PO, 110 vendor has 32 POs likewise. Yeah, so that's what here the syntax is here. You can write it or you can choose it from here. Some complex, like, logics you can write here. This is called process query language. So which I can explain you in a different video, how complex this can get. Yeah. Okay, so now simply we have created a OLAP table with the list of vendors, each of them having how many POs has been created, unique POs have been created against a vendor. That's what this table shows. So now you can add a bar chart similar to that. You can click on that component, like, you can like, select the x-axis, which is, and the y-axis. Depending on is it a horizontal bar chart or vertical bar chart, you can select the dimension and KPIs. If it is a horizontal one, dimension comes here, that is the vendor. Okay, so and the vertical will be the vertical axis will be the measures, that is the KPI measures. So if it's created vertical, it is vertical bar chart, it flips it. Yeah. Now, let's say if you have done this, you can close this, toggle this edit mode, which means people won't be able to edit it. So that's what this edit button is. If at all you want to come and change something here, you have to click on this or toggle this edit mode to come and edit the chart or the table. So once you're done with this, what you do is you click on the publish package. Once you publish, this will go into the app. So generally during development, we don't publish it until otherwise, okay, the development is completely complete and enough testing has been done in terms of the values, the design and everything. Only after that, we will publish it for the end users. And that's what this is about. So it will show, it will also store the version. You can move between version, you can roll it back, okay, to the previous version. It's like more like a git. Like, that's the advantage, okay, within Celonis. So if you have done something, if you have saved it and published it, if you want to revert back to the older version, you can easily do it. Yep. So now let's look into this with a hands-on demo, how we can do all of this within Celonis. Yeah. And I'll show this in the next video.